Hello, good day. Welcome again to another vlog episode here in the MARIQUINA Conservatory, and just call me Snail. So recently I just read on the internet while browsing that I was just browsing the internet, and then I came across this webpage section which is kind of a bit funny in the sense that I'm not exactly sure if they are basically making a comedy statements, but what I've read is what is the 9 most shocking remarks from folks in the Maritime Manila, so which basically refers to the maritime industry here in the Philippines. Now, when in Maritime Manila, expect the unexpected. You might hear words utterly that will jolt you and make you wonder if you're watching an absurd comedy. But it is no play, of course. It is real life. And the people talking are real. The following are the 9 most shocking statements that I've heard over the years as an observer in the maritime scene. Now, I'm no maritime expert, obviously. I'm basically just a rank and file in the maritime industry, a rank and file seafarer, and of course, I'm also as well an aviation student, but I'm putting that on hold. But anyway, referring back to what I read here in this article, this is the thing that really I find it very disturbing. Of course, some articles here, I will be saying it in Tagalog because there is no better translation here, but because at the same time, I'm as well as a Filipino. So here's one I think that I have already, I saw. Now, a former agency owner, on why he quit the business, he just said it's a dirty business. I'm not exactly sure what he meant this. Probably siguro sinabi niya na given sa style ng pagiging seaman sa pagbabarko or seaman industry dito sa Pilipinas na maraming red tape, etc. etc. I might assume na sinasabi niya na baka parang mafia style ang business. That's why he made a comment that it's a dirty business. Okay, so that was number 1. Now I'm going to go to number 2. Okay, now a Manning CEO and a Manning agency shaving off a peso or two from the prevailing foreign exchange for the family allotments of seafarers. So itong comment niya, it's a small service fee. Be as it may tawag niya service fee. Pero kung titignan natin sa Tagalog, hindi to service fee. Ito yung basically kinukupitan niya yung mga empleyado niya ng piso sa exchange ng ano. Halimbawa, say, ang ngayon, example lang, $55 ngayon as while making this video. Pag dumating sa agency niya at binigay na doon sa mga allotment sa pamilya, magugulat na lang sila, ang exchange na lang magiging 53 or 54. Which is, dahil niya pa ang foreign exchange. Tinatawag niya itong service fee, pero specifically kung titignan mo to in layman's term or sa isang typical na interpretation sa isang seaman, ito ay simply na pangungupit. Now, of course, hindi lang naman ito isang agency. Almost all agencies here in the Philippines, hindi naman almost all, but there are a lot of agencies here, maritime agencies in the Philippines here na ginagawa itong business model nila. Na medyo, bukod na sa meron silang percentage sa sahod ng seaman na nag-works under sa employment nila, yung exchange pa nila is medyo binababaan nila at kinukupitan nila yung exchange or yung fee na pinapadala ng mga seaman. So we're going for the number 3. Okay, so ito naman yung sinasabi na a Manning CEO on using cadet as an unpaid labor. Sising quote niya, you need to break them. Honestly, to be honest, ethically and morally, hindi maganda na pinagtatrabaho mo yung mga tao as and using at hindi mo binabayaran yung servisyo niya. It is a moral and ethical perspective and universal rights yun ng worker na, kung ano yung nagtrabaho mo, kailangan mong bayaran. Unfortunately, sa maritime industry, as what we know, ito yung tinatawag nating mga utilities, and they have a nasty habit that they use cadets as unpaid labor and office workers. Hindi nila binabayaran. Okay, fine na yon kasi nagpapaslavery sila unwillingly. Pero ang masama pa nun, bukod na sa na ini-enslave mo sila, sinasabi nito yung unique to break time. Ibig sabihin, kailangan mo pa silang saktan. Ano ba tawag doon? Minamaltrato pa. So I guess most agencies, may mga agencies talaga na ganito na bukod na sa mababa na nga yung tingin doon sa ano. I myself, naging kadete ako. And to be honest, yung work services ko ng isang taon, hindi rin binayaran. But I'm not gonna mention kung anong agency yon that I work for as a cadet. Pero parang nagiging typical standard na kasi ang slavery work dito sa, sa maritime industry here in the Philippines. And sadly, it's becoming a regular work practice or business model in the manning agencies here in the Philippines to use cadets as unpaid labor workers. I don't know, but hindi naman sila nasisita, pero be warned sa mga nagtatrabaho sa maritime industry na mga kadete or mga bagong college graduates, there are a lot of problems ang maritime industry, and some of them, well, they'll let you, work unpaid. Okay, so I guess we'll move on. Here comes the next one. Okay, this is one funny thing because a maritime union leader on using cadets as unpaid office workers and domestic servants. I think parang kilala ko tong mini-mention na to be honest. Naturingan siya, pero nakakatawa dito. Naturingan kang maritime union leader, which is supposed to be dapat ina-upheld mo or nilalaban mo yung rights ng mga workers ng mga seaman, pero kaya I apologize, medyo naglobat tayo. But going back, like I said, naturingan ng maritime union leader siya. Supposed to be dapat ina-upheld niya ang workers' rights and dapat pinaglalaban niya yung karapatan ng mga seaman at mga manggagawa. Pero it turns out, itong maritime union leader na to, siya pa yung tipo na nagpapatron ng slavery. At ginagawa niya mga kadete na, o yung mga bagong graduate na mga seaman as unpaid office workers sa kanyang opisina and domestic servants. Yun yung tinatawag nga itong volunteers, pero kung titignan mo, ang ginagawa niya basically slavery kung titignan mo, which is nakakatawa kasi considering maritime union leader ka nga, dapat ina-upheld mo yung workers' rights, pero ikaw mismo nagiging patron ng slavery. Of course, syempre idadahilan niya na tinuturuan niya daw na yun nga, yung tinatawag tamang attitude. Pero tanungin mo, anong part to sa tamang attitude kung ikaw din ang doon na sa situation na anong part ng tamang attitude ang nakalagay doon na kailangan i-enslave mo yung tao at become mo na domestic office workers mo o domestic servants? Saan yung part na right attitude at altitude na yun na sinasabi na yan? Paki-specifically at tawag dito, explicit mo sabihin kung anong part na yun. Of course, yun ang dahilan niya, pero ewan ko, pero kung titingnan mo, kilala tong taon to sa maritime industry. And mahilig to mag-rally-rally sa front ng office ng Marina. Pero yun nga, something na nakakatuwa. So clue, nag-i-start yung reign nito sa letter N and nag-e-end sa letter R yung last name niya. Yung first letter nung last name niya. At okay, I'm not gonna give a clue kasi nasa nasa maritime industry naman tayo at naka-protected ako. To be honest, to be specific, to be direct, si Nelson Ramirez to ng UFS. So, ano yung part na sinasabi ni Nelson Ramirez, to be specific, na right attitude and altitude? Nasaan yung part doon na tinitreat mo yung mga workers mo or UFS volunteers mo na domestic servants and slave workers, to be honest? Well, tinatawag niya UFS volunteers, pero kung ako nasa specific na tinitignan ko as a typical seafarer, I look at them as UFS drones. Ngayon, ewan ko naman doon sa mga kadete na naging workers nila, kasi kung titignan mo, dapat alam din nila, to be specific, na ine-exploit sila. In fact, may isa nga akong nakausap dyan na dating UFS volunteers nila. Some of them, ayaw nila magsalita, pero kung titignan mo, yung ginagawa nila, yung iba dyan, sinusuntok pa niya, physical beatings, and at the same time, maltreatment. Halos minumura niya mula ulo hanggang paa. Merong isa nga dyan, Paskong-Pasko, yung nakausap ko. Paskong-Pasko as unverified source. Paskong-Pasko, nawala niya lang yung papeles ng na related do sa case ng UFS. Halos mukhang kanya na suntukin ni Nelson Ramirez yon. But of course, allegations lang to. I cannot verify din kung ano yung identity na nagsabi sa akin ito, pero yun ang nagsabi ng source. Now, nakakatawa lang kasi nakalagay din siya dito na sinasabi niya na, yun nga, Sisiw lang yan. I'm not exactly sure it translates as that was a petty issue. I'm not exactly sure kung talagang he means it na parang mababa ang tingin niya sa mga kadete o mababa ang silbi ng buhay sa kanya bilang sa mga kadete kasi sinasabi niya sisiw lang yan? Do you think sisiw ba na maging unpaid office workers ka at domestic servants? I don't think so, and I think it's a big deal because that was slavery. What's more comedic is, of course, itong tao na to, si Nelson Ramirez, specifically maritime union leader siya, of sorts. But still, he patronizes slavery. Well, I'm not gonna go for any details. I'll let you do the investigation. Like I said, do your own research. I just reading out kung ano yung nabasa ko dito sa isang webpage. I'll also put yung links down below yung actual article. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, may sinasabi dito, a manning CEO on the salaries of chief officers. Yung chief officers niya raw ay maswerte, are lucky, and they receive higher salaries than my office managers. Now, I'm not sure, baka sinasabi niya lang to because siguro naiinggit siya or just a comment lang siguro na kasi matataas ang sahod nga naman ng seaman, to be honest. Some of them are even higher than an actual land-based worker. So, wala namang mali to, I guess na-mistook niya lang. So, moving on to the next. Now, an expatriated crewing manager on Filipinos, ito ang sinabi niya. Probably isang foreigner na crewing manager dito sa Pilipinas, ito ang sinabi niya. Foreigners don't trust Filipinos because they're dishonest. Now, hindi ko masabi kung ano yung sinasabi niyang parte na dishonest sa mga Pilipino na mga seaman, pero well, in some extent, may partly half right siya dito and halfly part na mali. Kasi kung titignan mo rin, alam din naman natin na pagkadating sa mga Pilipino na opisyal, specifically mga chief mate at kapitan, most Filipinos na ranking, ayaw nila na ang kapitan nila at chief mate ay Filipino kasi there are a lot of reported issues na abuses or in some extent, sabihin na natin exaggerated o maarte. And to the point na sinasabi nila directly na balasubas pagka Filipino chief mate at kapitan. Now, ang point of view naman ng foreigners nito, I'm not exactly sure na anong dishonest. Kasi, well, I'm not a foreigner, I'm a Filipino of course. But probably siguro sinasabi niya dito yung mga regarding sa mga, siguro sa mga insurance claims. Kasi we do all know na may mga Pilipino din talaga. Maraming, sabihin na nating bad folks sa mga pagsisiman, both officers and rankings. Baka ang sinasabi niya on both sides, officers and rankings, may mga Pilipinos na nagko-commit ng fraud by making false claims sa insurance. But anyway, sa upper management na to, this does not concern on the lower part. Like sa mga typical na katulad natin na seaman sa rank and file. So, isa pa to. Okay, ito rin naman nasabi ng isang former shipyard executive sa kanyang womanizing ways. I'm spreading my good genes. To be honest, this is more of like, hindi naman to professional related pero sinasabi natin yung conduct and behavior ng mga tao sa maritime industry. So specifically, I'm not exactly sure kung sino tong shipyard executive na to, but kasi marami din naman, hindi lang shipyard executive ang gumagawa nitong ano na to eh. Even yung mga normal seafarers like ratings and even ship officers do this. Even yung mga tao sa opisina sa maritime industry, they're also prone na gumawa ng, ng sabihin na nating misbehavior. So okay, well, we're going on to the next. Okay, so ito pa yung nabasa ko, just a recap. A 1980s head of Philippine Overseas Administration POA on illegal recruitment still continues. So ang comment niya, it's a function of the economy. Yeah, obviously, naiintindihan ko naman yung comments niya kung titignan niya as an administrator sa mga migrant workers. This includes as Filipino seafarers. And basically, kung titignan mo din naman yung illegal recruitment or the whole recruitment process ng migrant workers is more like legal terms of, well, human trafficking. So, ewan ko. Pero ito rin na nakakatuwa kasi considering na 1980s siya na head ng POEA, the same issues that I have to saying yung isang maritime union leader na si Nelson Ramirez na naturing niya siyang maritime union but he himself practices slavery. Now, it's the same thing dito rin sa POEA. Naturing POEA ka, you should be, protective of migrant workers' rights, pero It's more like na sinasabi niya in the gray area na yun talaga ang special function ng economy and he more like patronizes yung illegal recruitments. I don't know, of course, hindi naman to specifically sa maritime industry. This is more of the migrant workers in general, land-based and sea-based. So anyway, moving on to the last part. Okay, to be honest, hindi ako sure bakit nailagay din ito sa listahan. Frankly, itong listahan na to were supposed to be sa Maritimes lang. At hindi kasama yung land-based, pero nakakatawa na isang high-ranking labor official sa PUA nag-comment sa isang murder ng Japan of a Filipino Japayuki. At sinabi niya na huwag mong pansinin yun, Japayuki lang yun. To be honest, I don't know what to say. And to be honest, hindi dapat to nakalagay din sa article because specifically dapat sa maritime to. But since nakalagay din naman to, land-based workers, mapaiisip mo itong ranking official na to parang baliwala sa kanya yung buhay ng tao. At sinasabi niya or mababa ang tingin niya dito sa taong to na huwag mong pansinin yung Japayuki. Well, basically naman, kung titignan naman natin kasi ang Japayuki in the early days was basically isa siyang as worker. I'm sorry, hindi ko masabi talaga generally dito sa YouTube because of censorship issues, pero isa siyang type of S worker in Japan. But to think na even S worker siya or any other migrant worker, to be honest, ano pinagkaiba niya? It just so happens na yung profession niya is related do sa part na yon. And it only shows na mababa ang tingin itong labor officials na to sa Japan. Well, anyway, that was really mind-blowing to be honest. Okay, bottom line, I'm not exactly sure bakit may mga nagsasabi ng ganito talaga sa Philippine Maritime Society, but we just have to take into account na these people are individuals. They are also prone to suggest na mga sabihin na nating mga hindi socially appropriate comments. Like any other humans, lahat tayo meron degree of narcissism, meron tayong some degree of being, sabihin na nating racist or discriminatory. Pero nakakatuwa kasi dito is, itong mga tao na to, supposedly, dapat sila yung dapat nagpoprotekta sa mga tao, specifically sa workers' rights, sa seamen's rights, pero sila pa mismo yung nagsasabi ng misbehavior nila. Or sila, pinapakita nila openly yung misbehavior nila, which is really not exactly magandang role model, to be honest. I don't know, but ganun talaga. That's the real world. Hindi natin masasabi na 100% matino ang tao at hindi rin natin masasabi na 100% masama siya. Pero, point here is that these are people with have behavior problems and masasabi ko that they are not very fit on becoming a role model, especially itong union leader at itong POEA. So I guess hanggang dyan na lang. If you like my vlog, just do me a little favor, kinda like and subscribe. And hanggang dito na lang muna ang masasabi ko. Again, this is Snail. Have a great day everyone. I hope to see you soon on my next vlog. Bye-bye!